Next up is the personalize button on the right hand side here, so if I just press that, you can see we get various different options here to personalize the display, add widgets and shortcuts to the home screen, and also personalize the sound effects such as the notification tones and ringtones and things. I'm just going to quickly show you a new skin on the Cha-Cha. Oops, hit the wrong thing there. Go into skins. There's only one other one preloaded, a green one, so we'll just go for that. You can see it loads up, sort of takes a few seconds to load up. You can see immediately it's changed the background to a green themed background. And you can see if we just pop into the menu again here, you can see it's changed some of the highlights. Various different bits and pieces of the menu will be highlighting green as opposed to blue. So there's some decent customization on the Cha-Cha. You can see we can customize all these different widgets, which are all loading back up again now. So it's a pretty nice experience and quite easily customized. I mean, you just literally go back to the home screen and we can change everything again just by hitting this personalized key at the bottom here. And you can also set your own photos as a background, which is pretty neat. Okay, now I'm just going to quickly show you the Cha-Cha's lock screen. So we just power off the display at the top there and then power it back on. You can see it brings up the lock screen with these 4 shortcut icons. Now these are user configurable, so you can actually configure them to any different applications on the phone. It doesn't have to be these 4 that we've got selected here. And then to quickly open any of these straight from the lock screen, you can just literally drag them down into this ring at the bottom and it'll immediately open them straight up. So it's quite handy if there's some functions that you need to use quite quickly and quite often. You can map them to those 4 keys. You can see as we exit out of the application though, it does just go back to the main home screen and it's unlocked, so it doesn't relock the screen for you once you've finished using it. Also, if you just want to unlock the phone normally, you can just drag the ring upwards and you can see that unlocks the phone just as you usually expect. Also, if you just go across, you can see the music widget here on the home screen. Now if we just play some music in this as well and then lock the display, you can hear the music carries on going. And then if we unlock it, you can see you've got a music widget here as well, and we can control our music, go forwards and backwards. We can play and pause as well, and we get the usual album art and some information on the track, so that's pretty neat too. And then from here we can just unlock and go and control it from the widget here again. Again, you get the same information on this widget here. You get album art, you get the information, you get the controls. And you can just literally hit the album art here to open up the full music player, so that's quite a nice experience as well. And again, you can see some of the green accents here from when we changed the skin colour earlier. So it's a pretty nice experience, quite a nice music player, and obviously you can use the 3.5mm headphone port up here to connect your headphones, or use the Bluetooth connection to connect some A2DP Bluetooth stereo headphones, so there's a couple of different options there as well. Okay, so just moving back to the music player, if we just hit play and open the player fully, you can see the Facebook button begins to light up. Basically that allows us to just share information on the song we're listening to with our Facebook friends by posting the details on a wall, as you can see. And it gives album art and also some information taken from the Amazon.com MP3 downloads section. The only problem is they don't actually have this AC/DC track, so as you can see it's instead given details of the cover band that also do this track. Unfortunately though, we can't actually edit this to change the details of the album art at all. All we can do is add a comment. If it can't find it on the Amazon store, I think you're then able to edit the details a little bit more, but it's a shame you can't edit them if it does find the track. The next place we can use the Facebook button is in the camera application, which we can open from this shortcut here or by going function period, as we mentioned earlier. You can see we've just put something on the floor here. We can actually tap to focus on the display, as you can hear there. We can use the button on the screen here, or you can see the Facebook buttons illuminating again, letting us know we can use that. Or we can just hit the camera key here, and that'll take the picture, as you can see. Then we get this share option at the side. And you can see if we hit that, we get options to share via Facebook, via Bluetooth, via Flickr, Gmail, regular email, SMS, Twitter, or Picasa. So it seems to have a lot more options if you actually use that share key than if you use the Facebook button. If we go back to the camera now, we can actually just take a photo and upload straight to Facebook just by pressing the Facebook button. You can see there, and it will straight away bring up a dialog box that will actually upload to Facebook. You can see upload to our wall, upload to various folders in our Facebook profile, and you can actually choose which folder it goes to, choose who sees it, and also add a tag and a description. But obviously it only gives you the option to upload to Facebook, so it seems rather limited. I mean, it seems like the share key actually does a lot more than the Facebook button does. Whilst we're in the camera application, you can see we can also switch to video. And again, if we just do a quick video here, there, just by hitting that record button, it allows us to start recording, and then hit again just to stop. And then again, the Facebook button was flashing, it was just off the screen there, but if we actually go into the gallery now, it should light up again. There you go. And there's our video. We can just hit the Facebook button now, and it'll upload that to Facebook. So it's another way where it can be quite quickly used. Or alternatively, you can see if we just hit the screen, yet again we get this share button here. We can share via various different services. Again, we can use Facebook, or we can upload to Flickr, again with email or SMS, or even upload to YouTube. So again, the share button seems to have a lot more options than the Facebook button does, so it seems to make the Facebook button a little bit redundant, which is a shame. You also get all the usual settings that you get with the camera, so white balance and ISO and various different things like that, as well as things like geotagging, face detection. So it's quite a nice sort of selection of settings available within the camera. Next, we're going to move on to the internet browser though. Right, so if we just open up the web browser from this shortcut here, we can just straight away tap in. You can see the Facebook button lighting up already, even just at the Google homepage. But if we just tap in the Mobile Burn website address here, let's try and do that around the camera. Not the easiest thing to do, although the keyboard is very good for quickly tapping in addresses. We're on a Wi-Fi connection at the moment. You can see it's loaded up the mobile site very quickly. If we just go to the full site, one of the downsides, it seems to always load up a very zoomed in page, so you just get sort of this small section. I'm not sure why it doesn't load the usual zoomed out page that you get with most smartphones, but you can quite easily zoom out just by pinching to zoom. And you can see it's loaded up most of the page already quite quickly. It's just some flash content around the sides here and at the top that it's just taking a little bit longer. There you go, that's just popped up now. So it's got full flash capabilities. You can see it's just this one video that seems to not work on some of the HTC devices that's popped up there, but otherwise load up most of flash content. Everything seems to be formatted correctly and as it should be. As I say, you can pinch to zoom. You can also double tap to zoom, and it'll try and reflow the text to the best of its abilities. You can see it doesn't quite always get it completely right, but it seems to do a relatively decent job. The only thing is, you can only view obviously the web page in this orientation. You can't view it at all in portrait mode like you can with other handsets, but really you wouldn't need to. I mean, probably landscape is the best sort of way to view it on this sort of screen, because even in the fully zoomed out view you can't actually read the text on a landscape screen like this. It's still very, very difficult. The screen isn't really a high enough resolution, so it's better to have it sort of in landscape mode, zoom in a bit, and then you can read the page a little bit easier. The Android web browser supports different things such as multiple windows being open, so you can actually just go ahead and open another window and have up to 4 different windows open at once. So you can see if we just open another page and then go back into there, you can see we've got 2 windows now open, and we can switch between with this nice little thumbnail view, which is quite handy. As I say, a maximum of 4 windows. Generally the web browser works well. As we move between different pages, you can see the Facebook button again illuminating, and if we hit that key now, you can see it'll post basically details of the web page on our wall. So again, it's given it a little icon, and we can, I think, flick across and choose various different images from the Mobile Burn page that we're linking to, and it'll stick those images in next to the information here in the web link. And then we can add our own comments as well, which is quite nice. So that function I find is a bit better than some of the other functions that the Facebook button offers, and obviously there's no real share button otherwise, so at least there you've not got sort of a duplicated function in having the Facebook button there. The last place that you can use the Facebook button is just on the home screen from here. So if I hit it now, for example, you can see we just get to post to our wall, and we can just do a quick sort of status update. So we'll just hit that, you can see we can post to other people's walls as well. And then we can do things like open the camera or select photos that we've already taken, and also attach those to the post that we make on the wall. So quite a nice little suite of functions, but not as much as we would have expected or would have hoped from this Facebook specific device. Overall though, it's a really nice handset. I really do enjoy the keyboard. It's quite nice to have this sort of BlackBerry form factor with an Android handset with a full touchscreen as well. So I quite liked having that. The camera is quite poor though on the back, which is a shame. And obviously it's a lower spec handset, but obviously that means it should come in quite a bit cheaper than some of the higher spec handsets that we've reviewed recently. So if you're in the mood for a social networking handset for Facebook with some decent hardware and a nice full hardware QWERTY keyboard, this is probably a good phone to look at. So that's a quick review of the HTC Cha-Cha. I'm Russ Jeffers from mobileburn.com.